Good morning, students. Welcome to Lawyer English Medium School online classes for class 10 students that was conducted by Lawyer English Medium School, Pune. Myself, I am Mr. B.J. Kiran Babu, working as a mathematics teacher in Lawyer English Medium School. Previously, from our mathematics subject, we have completed two topics. That is, first chapter is real numbers and second one is sets. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 3, polynomials. So before going to start our chapter 3, polynomials, may I ask a question, that is, what is meant by an algebraic expression? What is meant by an algebraic expression? Any one of you? Yes. A combination of variables and constants connected by four fundamental mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication is known as an algebraic expression. Any one of you can give an example for an algebraic expression? Any one of you? Yes. 2a plus 3. And another one, 5x minus 7y plus 2. Okay, something. These are all the algebraic expressions. Okay, let us go through the definition of a polynomial. Look at the blackboard, everyone. Polynomial. An algebraic expression in which a variable involved have only positive integer power is called a polynomial. Let us go through the definition again. What is the definition of a polynomial? An algebraic expression in which a variable involved have only positive integer power is called a polynomial. Here, we should remember one thing. When we wrote the definition of a polynomial, we need to focus on this word, positive integer power. So how many terms do you want to take? In all those terms, powers must be positive integers only we should consider. We don't want to consider negative terms at any case. Let us see some examples. Here I wrote some examples. Minus 5x is an example for polynomial. 3x minus 5. 7x square plus 4x. 4x plus 12. Here you see minus 5x. Minus 5 is a constant actually. X is a variable. But here we consider minus 5x is considered as a single term. Minus 5 is the coefficient of x. Here, this is a polynomial which was given the combination of two terms. What are they? 3x is a one term and minus 5 is a one term. Here 3 is considered as the coefficient of x. Similarly, for the two examples, here we wrote one note. What is that? Polynomials are constructed using constants and variables. So that is the case. Before going to start the definition of a polynomial, I have asked you what is the definition of an algebraic expression. Now go through the degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. The highest power of x in a polynomial is called degree of a polynomial. See here, first of all, you go through the example for a polynomial. Here 7x cube minus 9x square plus 12x minus root 3 is a polynomial. Here actually this is a polynomial by the combination of four terms. What are they? 7x cube minus 9x square plus 12x minus root 3. If you go through all the powers, so before going to write the degree of this polynomial, let us go through the above examples. This is a polynomial of degree 1 because it is a linear polynomial. Here degree is 1 because the power is 1 only. Here also the power is 1 only. If you observe here the degree is 2, here the degree is 1. So we consider the highest power of x. So highest power is 2. So that's why here degree is 2 and here degree is 1. In the same way, here 3, 2, here 1. This is a constant polynomial. So anyway, highest power of x in the given example is 3. So that is the case, we consider degree is 3. Now, the next topic is, what is the value of a polynomial? Here, p of x is a polynomial in a variable x. Let us suppose one polynomial is given, that is, we consider it as p of x. Why? Because the entire polynomial which was given in terms of the variable x. And if k is a real number, k is one real number, then the value obtained by replacing x by k is called the value of the polynomial. That means we are going to substitute x is equal to k in the given polynomial. Now, how the polynomial becomes, it changes as p of k. The original polynomial is p of x. When we substitute x is equal to k, the polynomial changes as p of k. Here you see, by replacing x by k is called the value of the polynomial. P of x is a polynomial at x is equal to k, means if we substitute x is equal to k, that means a variable x is replaced by a constant k. Now the entire polynomial changes as p of k. Here one example is given, you see, p of x is equal to 3x plus 5 is a polynomial. By substituting x is equal to 2, means here x variable is there, here x variable is there. Totally here and here twice, 2 times x variable is present. So instead of here and here, we substitute x is equal to 2. Now this p of x changes as p of 2. How this value changes here? 3x, here what algebraic identity is used here? 3x means it is nothing but 3 into x. Both are multiplying here. So that is the case, instead of x I am writing 3 into 2 plus 5 is usual. 3 2s are 6 plus 5. Now the value of p of 2 becomes 11. Is it clear to all? Okay. Let us go through the types of polynomials. First one, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, biquadratic polynomial. A polynomial in which its degree is 1 is known as linear polynomial. I am not giving the full explanation. So we are going through the types of polynomials in terms of tree diagram. A polynomial in which degree 1 is known as a linear polynomial. What is the general form of linear polynomial? P of x is equal to ax plus b, where a is not equals to 0. Why? Because here you will see, instead of a, if we substitute 0, this entire product, ax product becomes 0. Now here the only constant will be left. Then that is the example for constant polynomial. That does not come under a linear polynomial, because a polynomial is said to be a linear polynomial. Its degree must be 1. So the general form of linear polynomial is p of x is equal to ax plus b. Here a must not be equals to 0. If a equals to 0, this product becomes 0. Then you will get only a constant term. So that is the reason. But a and b, both a and b belong into set of real numbers. Here, set of real numbers. We need not to bother about whether they are positive or negative. Any values we may consider. But the power of x or x square or x cube or x power 4 must be positive integer. Let us see example for linear polynomial is 3x minus 1. Here, if you observe here, x exponent is what? 1. So that is the case. The degree is 1. That's why this is the example for linear polynomial. Let us go through quadratic polynomial. A polynomial in which its degree is 2 is called quadratic polynomial. So what is the general form of quadratic polynomial? Anyway, if you observe this tree diagram, all the polynomials we consider as p of x. Why? Because here we consider the entire terms with one variable, that is x. So p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Here also a must not be equal to 0. Why? Because if a equals to 0, the product of ax square becomes 0. Now the polynomial becomes bx plus c. It is nothing but a linear polynomial because the degree becomes 1. So that's why you take it. A, B, C. Again, how here we wrote A, B are belonging to set of real numbers. Here also we consider A, B, C are belonging to set of real numbers. Example, 11x square minus root 6x. Here you observe carefully. Root symbol is given only for 6 but not for x. X lies outside the root symbol. So 11x square minus root 6x plus 2 is an example for quadratic polynomial because the highest power is 2, degree is 2. Let us go through the cubic polynomial. A polynomial in which its degree is 3 is called a cubic polynomial. What is the general form of the cubic polynomial? Like the above two, linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial. That means here the terms are increasing. When we comes from linear to quadratic, quadratic to cubic, cubic to biquadratic, the number of terms are increasing. Why? Because the variable x before a, the power must be increasing. Here x power is 1, here x power is 2, here x power is 3. So that is the case, the number of terms are increasing while writing a quadratic or cubic or biquadratic or 5th degree polynomial or 6th degree polynomial or 7th degree polynomial. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus b. Here also a must not be equals to 0. If a equals to 0, what will happen? Ax cube term, entire term will be absent. Now the degree will be considered as 2. Then that example is a quadratic polynomial. It does not comes under a cubic polynomial. Of course, here also a, b, c, d. How many a, b, c, d alphabeticals we take in that example? They all comes under set of real numbers only. 17x cube minus 6x square minus 13x plus 7 is an example for cubic polynomial. We need not to take the same examples. You may write your own examples also. Let us go to the last one, biquadratic polynomial. A polynomial in which its degree is 4 is known as biquadratic polynomial. These two are similar. You see, quadratic means 2, biquadratic means degree 4. So the general form is ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus c. The number of terms are increasing. Example, 5x power 4 minus root 3x cube. Here also you observe carefully. Root symbol is given only for 3, not for the x cube. Plus root 7 by 11x square minus 13x plus 8. So this is an example for biquadratic polynomial. Note down. Okay children, the next topic is 0 of a polynomial. Let us see the definition. A number k is said to be 0 or root. Actually, what is the meaning of root? It is nothing but a solution, what we call solution when we are writing linear equations. Root is nothing but a solution. A number k is said to be 0 or root of the polynomial p of k if p of k value must be equal to 0. You know very well, on substituting p of x by replacing x is equal to k, the polynomial p of x changes as p of k. Then if the value of p of k equals to 0, then k is said to be the 0 or root of the given polynomial. Here one example is given. We took only one linear polynomial. Its degree is 1. P of x is equal to 2x minus 8. On substituting x is equal to 4. Except x is equal to 4, if you substitute any one of the value here, can we get 0? Any one of you? No, we cannot get 0. So that's why here what I am writing, on substituting x is equal to 4. On substituting x is equal to 4. Actually, in the given polynomial p of x is equal to 2x minus 8, how many x are there? In left hand side, one x is there, and right hand side also one x is there. So instead of here, I am writing 4, and instead of here also I am writing 4. See, without writing into symbol, can I write 2x 24? So that is meaningless. So we should not write 2, 4, 24. So that means here we consider 2x is nothing but the product of 2 and the x. So that is the case here. I am writing 2 into 4. Of course, minus 8 was given as a constant in the given polynomial. The product of 2 and 4 is 8. Minus 8 is as usual. 8 minus 8 becomes what? 0. That means to get 0 for the given polynomial, what is the suitable value? We have to substitute here 4 only we have to substitute. Except the 4, if you want to find substitute any one of the value, are we able to get 0? The value of p of k or p of x? No. So that's why 4 is the 0 of p of x. Did you understand? Okay, note down. Let us go through some problems what we discussed in our today's class. Here I wrote 2 questions. Let us go to the first sum. If p of x is equal to 5x power 4 minus 6x power 5 plus 7x minus 6 is a polynomial, can you say, any one of you, this is an example for linear polynomial or quadratic or biquadratic or cubic? So none of this, because the power is 5. So that's why this is a polynomial of degree 5. Here we are asking 3 questions. What are they? First one is, what is coefficient of x cube? Coefficient of x cube. Okay, here we consider x cube. 7x cube I am writing. X cube is absent, no? That's why here I am writing x cube. So x cube before what constant number is there? 7 is there. So that's why 7 is said to be a coefficient of x cube. And what is the degree of the polynomial? Degree of the polynomial is nothing but highest power. Here power is 4, here power is 5, and here power is 3. So anyway, degree is said to be 5. So what will be the constant is left in the given polynomial? So the constant is minus 6. If it is plus 6, you write simply 6. If it is a negative value, don't forget to mention with the negative sign itself. So these are the 3 questions was asked for the given polynomial. Let us go through the second sum. State which are true or false. True or false means blindly we are not asking the true or false. Here we need to justify it. We need to justify it. Simply if you are writing true or simply if you are writing it is false, that won't be sufficient. Let us see, 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6 is a quadratic polynomial. Is it true? See, some of the students you are saying it is true. How it is true? Actually, x square minus 5x plus 6 is an example for quadratic polynomial. When the entire polynomial is given like a fractional form, 1 by it is given, it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial, first of all. Because we know the definition of a polynomial. An algebraic expression which is combination of constants and variables with the positive integer power. See, when it comes to the numerator, the powers becomes negative values. So that's why this is not a quadratic polynomial. This is not a polynomial also. But this is the example for multinomial. Here we need to discuss more. So that is the case in our 9th class level when we go through the definitions of types of polynomials. When a mathematics teacher is asked some of the students to give some examples for the types of polynomials, monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial, multinomial, like that they are saying. No, multinomial is not the type of polynomial. Every polynomial is a multinomial. Multinomial is first. Multinomial is first. So every polynomial is a multinomial, but every multinomial may not be a polynomial. So this is an example for multinomial. Okay. So what did you correct from my explanation? You may write the solution. This is not a quadratic polynomial. For example, 1 by is not given. 1 by is not given. Simply x square minus 5x plus 6 is given. Then yes, it is a quadratic polynomial because all the exponents, that means the powers of x, are positive values. When the entire polynomial is given under 1 by, means like a fractional form, 1 by x square or some root x, like that it is given. We know here a formula, 1 by a power m is equal to a power minus m. Now how it changes? X power minus 2. This root x value becomes what? X by 1 by 2. Minus 2 is a negative integer, 1 by 2 is a fractional form, it is a rational number. But it is not a positive integer. So that's why these are not the examples for polynomials. These are the examples for multinomials. Is it clear? So did you get the correct explanation from me? Right. Go through the second one. Here I am not writing my answer. What did you get? The information from my explanation. You have to write the correct answer. The degree of a polynomial is one more than the number of terms in it. Is it true or false? It is false only. Why? Because there is no relation between number of terms and the degree of a polynomial. For example, you see 6x power 5. Here, how many terms are there? Only one term is there. But what is the degree of this polynomial? Here, degree is 5. What the statement says, the degree of a polynomial is one more than the number of terms. Actually, here terms are only one term is there. 1 plus 1. They are saying one more. 1 plus 1, 2. Are we able to say this degree is 2? No, here the degree is 1. That means this is a false statement. Why? Because there is no relation between degree of a polynomial and the number of terms containing it. Is it clear to all? Okay. Note down these two questions and express your own answers. Let us say some more problems for today's class. The third question is check whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the biquadratic polynomial. Because here power is 4, x power 4 minus 16. Nothing. We have to substitute x is equal to minus 2 at once. And next we are asking to substitute x is equal to 2. If those values becomes 0, then these values are said to be zeros of the given polynomial. So p of x is equal to x power 4 minus 16 is a given polynomial. Here and here x is present. Instead of these two x variables, I am substituting minus 2 at first. So now the p of x changes as p of minus 2 equal to minus 2 whole power 4 minus 16. The value of minus 2 whole power 4 is, 2 power 4 is 16, but a negative sign is multiplied for even number of times, the product becomes a positive value. If the negative sign is multiplied with the odd number of powers, it becomes a negative value. We know very well. So the value of minus 2 whole power 4 becomes 16. 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. That's why minus 2 is said to be a 0 of the given polynomial. In the same way, we have to substitute x is equal to 2 also. P of 2 is equal to 2 power 4 minus 16. Here and here both are same only. The change is here we substitute x is equal to minus 2 and here we substitute x is equal to 2. the process is same. We get 0. Since p of minus 2 and p of 2 both are equals to 0, therefore we give the conclusion, that is minus 2 and 2 are said to be the zeros of the given polynomial p of x. Now go through the fourth question. Find the zeros of p of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. It is a quadratic polynomial. So the given quadratic polynomial, let us convert as factors first. You know very well, in our 8th class and 9th class level also, we might have seen how to convert the factorization. At first we focus on the sum, that means the middle term. The sum is plus 5, the product is 6. How the product becomes 6, you know. Here the coefficient of x square becomes 1. That's why 1 into 6, the product becomes 6 only. So based on these two things, we need to split the middle term into two parts. How it be possible? Plus 3x and plus 2x. By adding plus 3x and plus 2x, you will get middle term plus 5x. And by multiplying these two coefficients only, not the variables. By multiplying these two coefficients, the product becomes 6. So it should satisfy both conditions. Like that only, we need to split the middle term in two parts. So from the first two terms, we have to take x common, and from the last two terms, we take 2 common. Here x we take common means instead of x square we wrote x, and here 3 is left. And from these two terms, 2 becomes a common factor, x plus 3. If you observe this step properly, here x plus 3, here x plus 3, the bracket term is a common. So if we take out from that, here x is left and here plus 2 is left. What are the terms are left? X and plus 2. So those two terms will be written in one bracket. So until here we get only factors, but we are asking its finding its zeros. To get zeros, we are equating this product to 0. We know very well the product of two terms becomes 0. Either the first term is equal to 0 or the second term is equal to 0. Now x value becomes minus 3 or x value becomes minus 2. That means minus 3 and minus 2 are said to be the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial. Is it clear to all? Right. Okay children, today based on what type of models we practice, based on those I am giving some homework problems. Let us note down these homework problems. First one is write 3 more polynomials. How? First question I wrote, what is the degree of polynomial, what is the constant term, what is the coefficient of x cube. 3 questions we asked in that question, you know. So based on that, here we are asking to prepare your own 3 examples. For 3 examples, you have to prepare 3 questions and answers also. You should write, don't write only the questions. Along with the questions, that you write answers also. State true or false. The degree of a polynomial, this degree of the polynomial is 2. The coefficient of x square in the polynomial, this polynomial is given. It is 2 or not. It is 2 or not, x square coefficient. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. For these 3 questions we are asking to write, it is true or false. P of t equal to t cube minus 1. This is a cubic polynomial. We are asking to find the values p of 1, p of minus 1 and p of 2. That means instead of t, where t is left, instead of t, once you have to substitute 1, minus 1 and 2. Fourth question, verifying 1 by 4 and minus 1 are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Did you all note it down? Okay, do this homework and show me tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.